Hello, folks, and welcome to another episode of the Cubs Line Podcast. I'm Ryan Dunleavy,
And I'm Ron Zelensky.
and today the Cubs beat the Angels in a rubber match at the series 6-2. Our last show was opening day. We apologize for the um, delay on these episodes. We're trying our best here. We're going to try and upload around 3 times a week, but Cubs sit at 3-3 now after losing a tough series to the Nationals, and then after winning this series versus the Angels. I mean, what Ryan? What have been your takeaways to start out the season?
Well, opening weekend was kind of tough, to lose the series to the Nationals, especially in the fashion that they did. Sunday was what, like 10-5, I think, and then Thursday, obviously the bad loss too. But big series win, against the Angels here. Obviously, not a very strong team, but to win 7-2 and 6-2, obviously the tough loss in game two. But you take the series any day of the week. So sit at 3-3 right now. Get the wheels moving here into the road trip. So yeah, pretty solid start. I mean, 3-3. It's not like they're 1-5. So we'll take that.
Yeah, like obviously I'm not happy because they have been playing two pretty terrible ball clubs and haven't seen much pitching yet. But I mean, at the same time, you're still at 500. You still got an easier schedule to kind of finish out the month. I think they're going to be fine. But before that, I was at the game on Sunday. I was trying to vlog, but if I'm going to be complete, there wasn't much to vlog. I mean, it was a pretty bad game besides the two
Mhm.
Bregman home runs and a half home run. I got to meet some of the Winnipeg Jets guys as they were at the game. Is former Hawk Jonathan Taze threw out the first pitch, but besides that, there wasn't much to vlog. Honestly, apologies for that. We'll get some more vlogs out soon. As I'll be in Tampa for games 1 and 2 of that Tampa series. I'll be vlogging there, so get more content from there.
Should be fun at the Trop. Been there. I was there a couple of years ago. Pretty interesting stadium, honestly. You won't. It's not gonna feel like you're at a baseball game. I'll just tell you that.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Opening day, their first game back, so I'm excited to see that.
Yeah. So we'll jump in here. Game one of the Angels series. So Edward Cabrera. Um, solid first start from him. 6 innings, gave up 1 hit, no runs, 5 Ks, and a walk. I mean, first before I get into the recap of the game here, I mean, how about Cub-rera? I mean, what was your takeaways of his start?
I mean, I personally was like so happy because Owen Casey had a great weekend. He's been hitting the crap out of the ball, and all these Marlins fans like, "Yeah, you guys lost the trade already," and just like saying a bunch of stuff like that. And just to come out and see Cabrera shove 1 hit, like that made me so happy. And like, yeah, we didn't lose this trade. It's still got time to tell. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it is very high standards for Cabrera to follow up. Is Owen Casey's going to be a great ball player. He started off the year hot, so he does have expectations, and just to see him live up to those expectations after a rough kind of patch in the spring to finish off, it was just great to see.
Yeah, it really was. And really with that trade, like I don't think there's a winner and a loser of that trade. Both teams benefited a lot.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the Cubs got a pitcher. Casey wasn't really going to play with the Cubs, and he's going to play with the Marlins. I think it's a win-win in my opinion.
Yeah. So we'll get things kicked off here. Top of the first inning. 1-2-3 inning for the Angels here. Neto flies out, Trout strikes out, and Shenuel lines out. Bottom of the first, Michael Bush with a walk. Bregman pops out to short. Bush gets to second, then on a wild pitch by Johnson. Happ draws a walk. PCA draws a walk. Nico hits a sacrifice fly, scoring Michael Bush. Carson Kelly rips a single on the right. Ian Happ and PCA come around, make it 3-0. So, I mean, 3 runs in the first inning, you'll take that any day of the week. Top of the second, Yohan Moncada with a 1-out walk. Other than that, Angels don't do anything. Um, I mean, we're gonna have a lot of that while Cabrera's in the game. Bottom of the second, Cubs go down 1-2-3. Top of the third, Angels go down 1-2-3. Bottom of the third, Bregman lines out to lead off the inning, and then Ian Happ homers into left center, 378 feet. Hopefully, we're going to see more out of this from Ian Happ. As we've kind of talked about, we need to see more from him at the plate this year because he really struggled last year. But PCA then singles. Nico hits a ground rule double. Carson Kelly lines out to second, pretty hard hit ball, and then Mo Baller comes in, singles to right. PCA, Nico come around, make it 6-0. So 6-0, bottom of the third. You're feeling real good about yourself then. Dansby then singles to left, and then Conforto strikes out. We're going to talk about him a little later in the show. Top of the fourth inning, Angels go down 1-2-3. Bottom of the fourth, Bush draws a leadoff walk. Bregman singles. Happ grounds out to short. So second and third with one out. PCA strikes out, and then Nico grounds out to end that inning. So, I mean, if this is a closer game, I mean, you'd want to see guys in, but when it's 6-0, you're not hanging your heads too much about that. Top of the fifth inning, Angels go down 1-2-3. Bottom of the fifth inning, uh, Dansby does a 2-out walk. Matt Shaw comes in for Michael Conforto. He hits a single into center field, and then Michael Bush grounds out to first to end that inning. Top of the sixth inning, Angels go down 1-2-3 once again. Bottom of the sixth, so do the Cubs. Top of the seventh inning, Jorge Soler able to keep the inning going with a 2-out single, and then Yoan Moncada homers to right field, making it 6-2. And then Joe Adele strikes out to end that inning. Bottom of the seventh inning, Nico with a leadoff walk. Carson Kelly strikes out. Then Mo Baller grounds out, gets Nico to third. Sorry, Nico then stole second on the Carson Kelly at bat, and then Mo Baller grounds out to short, gets Nico to third. Dansby rips a single into center to score Nico, making it 7-2. Top of the eighth, Angels go down 1-2-3. Bottom of the eighth, so do the Cubs, and then at the top of the ninth, Colin stays in. He goes 3 innings. Neto leadoff single. Mike Trout lines out to center. Shanuel singles. So first and second with one out. Jorge Soler strikes out, and then Yoan Moncada strikes out to end the game. Cubs win this one 7-2. Um, what were your takeaways from this game? Just about hitting, pitching, all.
First off, I mean, I loved what I saw from Edward Cabrera. I mean, that just fired me up. First start as a Cub, allowing one hit, just 6 amazing innings. My next takeaway was I loved this response from the bats. I mean, like, they didn't get a lot of production besides on Saturday versus the Nationals. Just to see some other guys chip in, like Dansby went 2 for 3, which I like to see. Nico had a good night at the plate. Just seeing some of these guys towards the end of the lineup step up, excited me. And then, I mean, Colin Ray looked pretty solid too. I will say that he went 3 innings, 4 hits, only allowed 2 runs. He made one mistake really on that 2-run home run. He got a save, but I thought this was a complete ball game. You got the good starting pitching, bullpen was solid, got production from everyone in the lineup. This was just a complete team win and a great response to a rough opening series at Wrigley Field, and a good win for the first night game of the 2026 campaign.
Yeah, so the pitching real short here. Edward Cabrera gets the start. He goes 6 innings, gives up one hit, no runs, a walk, 5 strikeouts. He threw 80 pitches. 49 of them were strikes. And then Colin Ray comes in 3 innings, gives up 4 hits, 2 runs. They were both earned. No walks, 4 strikeouts. He threw 42 pitches, 27 of them for strikes, so pretty good strike to ball ratio there. And then that rounds out the pitching. So for me, I mean, a really good complete game, like you said. Gonna need more of these during the season because this is pretty much, I mean, the first time we've seen them really put together a good complete ball game. Who's your player of the game from this one?
I think it was the obvious answer for me. I mean, Edward Cabrera, 6 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, got his first win as a Cub and just was electric. And this was the biggest crowd he pitched under against his, or the biggest crowd he pitched in front of in his MLB career. That's just saying something about the Cubby fan base. I mean, 36,000 on a random Monday night is something else. And Edward Cabrera just looked amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, Edward Cabrera, unbelievable. Um, I mean, again, like I said, I don't think there was a real winner and loser of that trade, but he's going to help this rotation a lot, especially with Justin Steele being out for this first month or two. So you want to get into game 2 of this series?
Yeah, and before that, just one thing. Cabrera will be tested on Saturday Night Baseball on Fox, national televised game, 6:15 in Cleveland. That's going to be a big one. We're going to see how he responds to that. So now, just a pretty boring game, if I'm going to be completely
Yeah.
honest. 2-0 win for the Angels. Game started out with a Neto walk. Trout grounded out into a force out, stole the bag. Shenwell grounded out, and then Soler struck out. Bottom of the first, Bushy grounded out. Breggy flied out to Neto, and then Happer walked. PCA struck out. I liked what I saw from Soriano of the Angels. I mean, he threw hard. The Cubs had trouble hitting him last year, but like he's their number one. But I felt like the Cubs could have gotten more production and more runs. I mean, obviously they had 0 runs in that game, but I feel like Soriano's a guy that they definitely could have hit, even though his velocity is up there. And that's one thing this Cubs team's going to have to learn to do eventually is hit velocity, because it seems like they've struggled against all the guys that threw velocity this year. That's just one key that I wanted to point out. And then the top of the second, Candelario hit a leadoff flyout, and then Adele singled and Lau walked. But then Ohapi popped out and Perez grounded out. Bottom of the second inning, Nico Horner flew out, and then Dansby reached on an air. Mo Baller struck out, and then Shaw lined out. Top of the third, Neto grounded out. Trout lined out to Bregman on a really nice play by Breggy, and then Shenwell lined out. Amaya started the bottom of the third with a single. Michael Bush grounded into a force out, and then Breggy grounded into a double play. Smoked this ball with 105, just got the ball on the ground. Top of the fourth, 1-2-3 inning for the Angels. Ground out, strikeout, fly out. Bottom of the fourth, Happer walked, and then PCA with a leadoff, with a sac bunt. It was a really nice play by Soriano. He had the little glove flip on that one. Could have been either way. But then Nico strikes out, Dansby strikes out. I mean, a runner on second, one out. I mean, that runner's got to get in eventually. Top of the fifth, Lau flew out. Ohapi walked. Peraza doubled. PCA, did a good job getting the ball in, preventing the run. Neto struck out. Then they intentionally walked Trout. They brought in Milner. I really like this move by Counsell to play the lefty-lefty. That's what Hobie Milner was brought in to do. Get Shanwell to ground out. I love that. Mo Baller led off the bottom of the sixth with a single to the opposite field, and then on the first pitch, Matt Shaw saw just a double play. Not a good night for him at the plate offensively. And then Amaya grounded out to third base. Top of the fifth, Phil Maton came into the game. I mean, leadoff walks are going to kill you always. I mean, there's got to be some crazy stat, but leadoff walks I feel like always come in to score. Soler with a leadoff walk, and then Candelario hit a double. Matt Shaw kind of misplayed this ball, and it came back to bite him. Adele struck out, Lau grounded out, and then you got Ohapi down to 2 strikes, 1-2 pitch, threw a curveball that hung too far. Ohapi timed this ball well, hits a single on a ground ball. Breggy made his best effort, but couldn't get it. Then Peraza walked. Ben Brown came in. Neto struck out. Bottom of the sixth inning, 2 flyouts from Bushy and Breggy, and then Happer grounded out. Top of the seventh, Trout walked. Shenwell grounded out. Soler struck out, and then Candelario struck out. Bottom of the seventh, Silseth came in to pitch for the Angels. PCA grounded out. Nico with the single. Dansby struck out. Mo Baller walked, and then Kingery came to run for Bystero, so they had runners on first and second for Shaw. First pitch he saw, it was a fast sweeper down the middle, like couldn't get any more perfect, and he just hit a weak pop up to the right side. Adele caught this one, and then Kingery remained in the game as DH. So he pinch ran for his first appearance of the season. And then Adele grounded out, Lau struck out, and Ohapi flew out. Bottom of the eighth, former Cub Drew Pomeranz came to pitch. Amaya popped out, and then Kelly came in to hit for Bush. Like, I don't really know how I felt like about that, because I felt like we were going to see Michael Bush no matter what the pitcher was going to be. But, I mean, Kelly did end up getting a single. And then Breggy flew out. Happer struck out. Top of the ninth, Peraza hit a leadoff single, and then Neto lined out. Trout struck out in front. Shanwell flew out. And then top of the ninth, PCA, 2 strikes on him, tried laying down a bunt, went foul. I mean, that just kind of disappointed me. He's like one of your best hitters. I don't think you should be laying down bunts with 2 strikes. I understood the idea, but got to find a way to get on base there. And then Nico lined out, smoked this ball, 102 off the bat, but just right to Trout. And then Dansby walked, and then Conforto came in, struck out on 4 pitches. That was the ball game, 2-0. Rye, what are your takeaways?
Very boring game. Got a good nap in during this game. It was, 1 inning with runs. I mean, it was one of the more boring games, but you know, not even can't even blame the weather either. The weather was pretty solid for it being a March game at Wrigley. But I mean, how many games do you think you'll win when you score 0 runs?
Big
Not
deuce.
too many. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that just can't happen honestly. Now we'll take a look into the pitching for the Cubs. I mean, not bad at all. Can't complain about that. JMO, after a very rough spring, came in and shoved 4.2 innings, 2 hits, 0 runs, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts. I mean, I was very surprised. I thought he was going to get rocked after the spring he had, but I mean, as Joe Madden once said, I mean, you don't know who the real ballers are until you get to the regular season. Hobie Milner came in for 1 out, got the job done. Then Phil Matten came in for 2/3, 2 hits, 2 runs. He got the loss in this one, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Then Ben Brown came in. He locked in 3.1 innings, pitched 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. I mean, this looks like a new Ben Brown. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it before the season started. Like as soon as he added that third pitch, I mean, I'm not gonna harsh on him too much like I did last year. Like obviously his I think it was his wasn't it it was what his first pitch of the season was a homer, but like I'm not even gonna put that on him. It was a really good pitch, just better hitting. I mean he came in and shoved, went 3 innings with a hit. Like I don't think he's gonna be nearly as bad as he was last year. I actually think he's gonna be a guy you can go to and trust to get you some good outs.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think Ben Brown looks a lot better now. And then, I mean, you can't really go player of the game for the Cubs if I'm going to be completely honest. I mean, you could give it to JMO or Ben Brown. I'm going to do co MVPs. I'm going to go Jamison Tyon and Ben Brown. And then for the Angels, I mean, again, I mean, you kind of got to give it to O'Hoppe, the game winning hit. I'll give it to him. But, I mean,
Yeah,
really,
I'll go Soriano. He went, 6 innings,
yeah.
2 hits, no runs, 4 strikeouts. I mean, he had a solid outing.
And then, so I mean, that's kind of all the takeaways you're going to get from this game. And now we'll get into today's game where the Cubs had a really good team win.
Yeah, so I was in attendance for this one. Vlog coming probably as this episode comes out. Had some problems with the editing and that. It was real weird, but dressed like a Bears game for this one, was freezing my butt off. Could probably count on a hand how many people were at this game. I was bought tickets up in the 400 level, sat in the 100 level the whole game, and everybody around us said the same. They bought tickets up there and moved down. I mean, there was nobody here, but very fun game. I am not gonna lie, I thought this was gonna be like a 1-0, 2-1 game. So good thing that the bats showed up. But top of the first, Neto with a little chopper ground ball down the left field line. Um, just goes fair and past Bregman's glove. Good job by Hap to cut it off and prevent it from being a double. The nasty Matthew Boyd pickoff move gets Neto caught in a rundown. They tag him out. Trout strikes out, and then Joe Adele grounds out to end that inning. Bottom of the first, Bregman draws a 1-out walk, and then that's all that comes from that inning. Top of the second, Angels go down 1-2-3. Bottom of the second, Michael Busch draws a leadoff walk. Dansby flies out. Shaw grounds out to third, gets Busch to second, and then PCA grounds out to second to end the inning. Top of the third, Angels go down 1-2-3, and then the bottom of the third, big inning here from the Cubs. Amaya draws a leadoff walk. Nico rips a double into left center. Amaya comes around and scores. I don't know what how you called him safe here. He looked out by a mile, and then I don't know. I didn't hear like from the broadcast, but like I don't know if they weren't able to challenge or he took too long or something like that. But I know they wanted to challenge it and they couldn't or something. But he looked out by a couple feet, but we're not complaining. And then Bregman singles into center, gets Nico in. Hap grounds into a fielder's choice. Bregman out at second, and then the throw goes into the dugout. Gets Hap to second. Carson Kelly walks. Then Michael Busch gets to first, reaches on an infield single. Bases loaded. Dansby able to hit a sacrifice fly. He does a job. Always loves small ball. Matt Shaw with a single, really good day for him. Scores Carson Kelly, gets Bush to third, and then PCA with an infield single. He ripped this thing off the glove of Jamer, and then Michael Bush comes in to score, gets shot a second, 5-0. Cubs bat around, and Amaya grounds out the third to end the inning. Top of the fourth inning, Zach Neto with a leadoff walk, and then Trout strikes out. Adele flies out. Soler strikes out. Bottom of the fourth, Nico with a leadoff double to right. So another really good day from Nico Horner. Bregman grounds out to second, gets Nico to third, and then all you got to do is do a job, but Hap goes down swinging, and then Carson Kelly grounds out to short to end that inning. Top of the fifth, Angels go down 1-2-3. Bottom of the fifth, Cubs go down 1-2-3. Top of the sixth inning, Zach Neto with a two-out single. Then Trout draws a two-out walk. So first and second, Joe Adell then singles into center. Pretty not as Hunter Harvey comes in. Not a super hard hit ball, just found a hole right in the middle of Dansby and Nico, and then Soler safe on a fielding error. Pretty bad play by Bregman here. Just went under his glove. It should have been pretty routine of a play. I won't say routine, but he should have made the play. Just kept his glove off the ground. Expected a hop, but he didn't get that. Went down the line. Trout came in to score. Adele goes to second, makes it 5-2. Bottom of the sixth, Nico with a two-out single. Then Bregman draws a two-out walk, and then Ian Happ goes down swinging to end that inning. Top of the seventh, Angels go down 1-2-3. Bottom of the seventh, Carson Kelly hits a pop-up to Mike Trout. The wind absolutely knocks this one down. I mean, the wind was unbelievable. Mo Baller hit a ball that should have went out. I mean, there were balls flying everywhere that should have been, off the scoreboard that were not even on the track. And he hits one, draws Trout way in, hits off Trout's glove, falls, and Carson Kelly's able to get second. Michael Bush singles in the left, gets Carson Kelly to third. Dansby strikes out. Then Matt Shaw with his second RBI of the day singles into right. Scores Carson Kelly, gets Bush to second. Then PCA goes down swinging, and Mo Baller flies out to right. This is the ball that off the bat I thought was gone. Should have been way, way gone. And the wind just killed it. I think it was blowing in like 28 feet in from center or something like that. So, yeah, and obviously the cold weather played a part in that too. And then top of the eighth, Angels go down 1-2-3. Bottom of the eighth, Ian Happ with a double to first. Yes, you read that right. He hit a ball sky high. Jamer played it kind of bad, but again, the wind was just unbelievable. This one just fell right in front of his glove. He didn't even touch it, and Happ able to get to second. So yeah, you read that right. Happ doubled to first, and then Carson Kelly goes down swinging to end that inning. Top of the ninth, Danny P comes in. Adele ground out. Jorge Soler strikes out. Yohan Moncada just floats one into left to keep the game alive, and then Peraza lines out right to Nico to end this game. Cubs win this one 6-2, secure their first series win of the year. What were your takeaways from this game? I mean, another really good ball game.
Yeah, I mean, I really liked what I saw from Matthew Boyd. A great bounce back outing after he got rocked on opening day. Um, the stuff looked a lot better today. His control looked a lot better. I mean, that pickoff move, in my opinion, is the best move in the league. Um, my next takeaway is I really liked what I saw from Matt Shaw today. He had a great bounce back game after he left a lot of runners on yesterday. I liked what I saw from Matt Shaw today, but he just needs to find consistency. And then my final takeaway is, man, do I love Nico Horner in the leadoff spot. I mean, 3 for 5. All the guy does is get on base. He's hitting 318. Like, I really like Michael Bush, but I feel like he'd be a better maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 hitter. And I say you just let Nico right out in that leadoff spot because, man, all the guy does is get on base. And if Nico can get on base, you hand it over to Breggy, Hat, Bushy, Kelly, PCA, all your guys. Like, chances are you're going to get some runs, and Nico can steal bags too. So
Yeah,
those
I mean,
are my three takeaways. I loved what I saw from Matt Shaw. Great bounce back from Boyd, and keep Nico in the leadoff spot.
yeah, I agree with you. I had him. I thought he would have been a pretty good second leadoff guy at the ninth spot earlier, just to kind of switch things up. But I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. He had an unbelievable day today. So for the pitching, Matthew Boyd gets the win. Really, really needed this one. After he kind of struggled a bit in spring, and then opening day was pretty rough. But he goes 5 and 2/3, 2 hits, 2 runs. One of them was earned, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts. He threw 98 pitches, 64 for strikes. Hunter Harvey then came in, went an inning and a third, gave up a hit, no runs. No walks, 3 strikeouts. He threw 20 pitches, 15 of them for strikes. Really, really good outing here too from Hunter Harvey. Then Caleb Fieldbar came in, an inning, no hits, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. He threw 13 pitches, 9 of them for strikes. And then Danny P comes in, throwing the heat. He goes the ninth, gave up that 1 hit. No runs, no walks, a strikeout. He threw 9 pitches, 8 of them for strikes. So he only threw 1 ball this inning. Danny P, love you. So player of the game, who are you giving it to for this one?
There's a lot of guys. You can give it to Matthew Boyd, but I'm gonna go. My player of the game is Matt Shaw. He went 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs, 2 huge hits in this game. Great bounce back game. So I'm gonna go Matt Shaw.
Yeah, I agree with you. I like the non-popular pick here. I mean, again, for him, like I feel like he really needed this one for his confidence, get back, into his groove, get a couple RBIs, get a couple knocks today. I mean, you could also go Nico Horner, 2 doubles and a single. He had an RBI, and then obviously Matthew Boyd with the win and a really good outing, 10 strikeouts in there.
Yeah, before we go on, I kind of have a question for you because this is kind of eye-opening to me. So far this season, Miguel Amaya has been on a tear. He's hitting 275 right now. He's 3 for 8 with a bomb, 2 RBIs. He's been seeing the ball very well compared to Carson Kelly. He's been hitting 128 this season, 16 at bats, only 3 hits. But me and my buddy were talking today. Like Kelly, his hands are dropping so low. He either has to uppercut it or he has to go down on the ball. So it's really hard for him to get any solid contact on the barrel. A lot of his hits have been just like bloopers, and he's getting under the ball a lot. So I feel like that's an adjustment that can be made. I just wanted to point out. But do you think you start giving Amaya more of the reps?
I do, yeah. Like originally, like we said, you're gonna kind of go 50-50, flip him, whatever, kind of like a David Ross situation where like, he's like this guy's catcher, but Amaya's again, like you said, he's on a tear. Really good to see for him after, the couple injuries he had last year. But I would probably lean more Miguel Amaya now just because of how he's been hitting the ball. And with Carson Kelly, like we worried that last year was kind of a one-hit wonder for him. I'm not going to say right now that that's true, but he's going to have to get in the cage and work, with some coaches to figure out, the problems because like you said, you can't just be trying to hit home runs every AB like he is. So right now I'd lean more on Amaya.
Yeah,
But
I just feel like he's dropping his hands too low and he's having to uppercut some of these. And like that's why he's hitting the ball so high in the air. Like I feel like the only guys that have really been hitting to that have been hitting consistently to his defense have been Nico, Bush, Amaya. Those are the only really 3 guys who've been hitting the ball so far. Breggy struggled. Hap, he's hitting bombs, but he's not hitting consistently. Swanson struggled. PCA's had his ups and downs. Mo Baller, he's hitting the ball hard. He's just not getting the luck right now.
yeah, and I think that luck will come. I mean, again, like I said, he hit a ball today that I think should have been to like one of the last rows of the right field bleachers, and it didn't even make the track. So, yeah, I mean, I think that luck will come for him. But yeah, going back to your question, I think you lean a lot more on Amaya. But I'll ask you a couple questions here. Just kind of give me, some analysis here for this first one though, because Boyd had a great start today. 10 strikeouts, 2 runs. He almost went into the seventh. Pitch count was kind of an issue though. I think if he could have kept that down, they would have kept him, or they would have let him keep rolling. But he had a great start today. Do you think, this is going to be more to come? Because we see him struggle early in spring and then struggle opening day. Or do you think this was just kind of a pitcher friendly day, and he's going to have to, or we might not see a lot of what we saw today?
Yeah. First thing is, I was looking at Matthew Boyd's MLB profile, and I did not know that Matthew Boyd is a distant relative of Bob Feller. That's just an interesting
Or I did not know
statistic.
that. Fun fact of the day.
Yeah, that is your fun fact of the day. That Matthew Boyd is a distant relative of Bob Feller, but I think this is going to be more to come. I really liked what I saw from Boyd last year. He had a great start today. I mean, just not his best start. None of the guys from Team USA really had a great opening day. Skeens, Webb, Boyd, all of them got hit hard, but I think Boyd, it's going to be more to come. I think he's going to have a great season and build off this start. I think he's going to be a pretty consistent pitcher, and I liked what I saw from him today. And I think he's going to build on this start, and we're going to continue to see better results from start to start. Like 10 strikeouts in 5.2 innings is no mistake.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, just kind of a tough question you got to ask, but I agree with you. I think this is going to continue for him. He needed this good start to get back in his groove and bring out, the 2025 Matthew Boyd.
Yeah, for sure.
So today, Matt Shaw, he had a two-hit, two RBI day. Really good to see, because he's really been struggling a lot. He struggled last year. Do you think we're gonna see a lot more of this production from him, as the season goes on, and more just like when Say is out and he's playing right, or when he's able to come in and be in the lineup for some days?
I think we're really going to see the best of Matt Shaw when Seiya Suzuki comes back. I know he's going to his rehab assignment in Double A Tennessee, but I think when Seiya comes back, Shaw is really going to settle into that role of the bench guy who's your utility man who can play in any position, give pinch hit at bats, pinch run, just Mister Do It All for your team. And I think he's going to do a great job settling into that role. Personally, I don't think we're going to see Matt Shaw as a Cub for much longer, but I think he's going to really fill into that role of the utility man. He's going to play his best ball when Suzuki comes back, is my prediction.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think he's going to be one of those utility guys that can actually do something, unlike Vidal Brujan last year. But my last question here, I mean, unfortunately, I defended him before opening day. Said this was a solid signing. Does Michael Conforto belong on the roster? He's 0 for 6 with 5 strikeouts so far.
Well, I mean, Conforto started off spring really late. I mean, he didn't come back or start spring training until guys really had to report for the WBC. And it seems like he hasn't been able to catch up to a fastball as of late. He didn't hit well in spring training. I think he hit for maybe 200 in spring training. Didn't really impress me at all. And I mean, he's just been given very poor at bats, 5 strikeouts and 6 at bats. I think his other one was maybe a weak ground out. He hasn't really shown any promise that I've seen. If I'm going to be completely honest, like I think that you got to DFA him as soon as possible, especially seeing what Kevin Alcantara is doing in AAA. I mean, 2 bombs today, he's lighting up the ball down there. I think you'd call up Alcantara. I don't know what you're waiting for. I get he's a lefty, but I feel like Alcantara can handle the righty-righty matchup, and I think you got to get Kevin Alcantara onto a plane to Chicago as soon as possible.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's time. We're 6 games in, and it's just I don't know. I don't think he belongs.
Well, a point to me is I don't know why Dylan Carlson isn't playing over him. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, you don't have to call up Alcantara, but I don't know why Carlson isn't playing. Carlson, I feel like had a really good spring and proved why he had to make this roster. He's young. I feel like he still has some promise. I don't know why they are not playing Dylan Carlson over him.
yeah, I agree with you. I think you got to. I mean, just give him an at bat. Like, yeah, he deserves it over Michael Conforto.
100%. He's also a switch hitter, so he can hit from the left-handed side as well.
Yeah. So we'll jump into series preview at Cleveland, first road trip of the year, starting tomorrow at 3:10, and then Saturday 6:15 on Fox Saturday Night Baseball, and
Friday
then
at 3:10.
what?
Friday at 3:10.
That's what did I say?
You said tomorrow. All good.
Oh, that's right. I keep thinking today's Thursday.
Off day tomorrow.
Yeah. Off day tomorrow. Friday at 3:10. Saturday Night Baseball, and then Sunday, um, Easter Sunday, 12:40 p.m. To finish out that series before they go to Tampa. Cade Horton on the mound on Friday, Shota on the mound on Saturday, and then Cabrera on the mound on Sunday. So it looks like Shota's going to pitch that Saturday night game. Um, right now, did you see a report that he was going to pitch on Saturday, or was that?
I believe I mistake that about Cabrera. I was mistaken it. It is Shota on Saturday and will be
Okay.
Cabby Sunday. I misspoke on that.
Oh, you're good. But yeah, so first road trip of the year. What are your keys to victory here? Predictions for the series.
Well, I think you got to do a better job of hitting the starting pitching. I mean, you're seeing Cleveland's 3, 4, and 5. It's not like you're seeing any of their aces. So I feel like these are three guys that you should be very capable to hit. But we've said that about the past two series, and they still haven't been able to really hit a starting pitcher and get him out of a game early. So I think first things first, you got to hit the starting pitcher. Secondly, you got to get good starts from your guys. Shota, he was up and down. He started the game throwing bombs, settled in, and then kind of went back down. You got to have a consistent start from him. Cabby and Cade just got to build on their past start. Um, if you could get good starts from them, no reason you can't win it. And I think you just got to find a way to get in runs. I mean, if you're going to get in these low scoring runs, you got to utilize small ball, bunts, stolen bags, sack flies, get runs in, produce. Those are my keys to winning a series in Cleveland and just going forward.
Yeah, I agree with you. They really got to get to the starter, get out early. I mean, they did today, put up five in the third. So we got to see more of that. I mean, I'm not asking them to score five in the first couple innings, but you'd like to see them get some more production early in the game and let the pitching settle in and win you games. But I think this is a very winnable series. Again, like you said, you got to, your dogs here, Kate Horton and Cabrera, and if Shota can figure it out against the 3-4-5 of Cleveland. So I think the Cubs take 2 out of 3 here. I think they win Friday and Sunday. I think they're going to drop a close one on Saturday. Just want to point out though, Saturday probably not going to be watching the game because my boys are in the Final Four, so gotta be repping them. But yeah, I think they win Friday, lose Saturday, win Sunday. And I'm completely fine. If you take 2 out of 3 of a road series, that's a win in my books.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be watching on Saturday because I'll be in Tampa at the Bruins Lightning game. So I'll try and watch when I can, but I'll be watching on Friday and Sunday. If we don't do a show by then, happy Easter to all. I believe we'll get a show in when we can. We're going to try and be as consistent as possible. Obviously, none on Thursday, but we'll try and get some in as much as we can, hoping for a show Friday night.
Yeah, try to do again, like you said, is try to do as much as we can. Tough schedules right now, just with school. But I mean, once we're both on summer break, we'll definitely hop back into the daily shows like we did last year, every game day and couple off days. But yeah, just trying to get through the school year for right now, and once that's over, we'll get back into the daily shows. But yeah, like 3, 4, 5 shows a week right now, just depending on how our schedule lines up.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so we'll jump into MLB pickle here. I mean,
Well, we'll do around the MLB first.
oh
Just
yeah,
give
yeah, yeah.
an update on how everyone is doing to start off the year.
Slip
So,
slip my mind.
all good. Brewers are off to a hot start at 5-1. The Cardinals are 4-2, and then the Cubs, Reds, and Pirates all sit at 3-3 in the NL Central. Miami jumped out to a hot start at 5-1. The Braves are at 4-2. The Phillies, Nationals, and Mets are all tied at 3-3. Kind of a common pattern. Two surprise teams with good records, and then three pretty solid teams sitting at 3-3. And then the NL West, the Dodgers are at 4-2, and then the Diamondbacks are 3-3, and then the Giants, Padres, and Rockies are all at 2-4. In the AL East, the Yankees are at 5-2. Toronto's at 4-2. Excuse me, the Yankees are at 5-1. Toronto's at 4-2. Baltimore's at 3-3. Tampa's at 2-4, and the Red Sox are at 1-5. In the AL Central, the Royals are at 3-2. The Guardians are at 4-3. The Tigers are at 2-4. The Twins are at 1-4, and the White Sox are at 1-5. And then the AL West, the Astros are at 5-2. Texas is at 4-2. The Angels are at 3-4. The Mariners are at 3-4, and the Athletics are at 1-5. Any surprise teams so far?
Um, I mean, since it's so early in the year, it's tough to say. I say my biggest surprise is that the Rockies have 2 wins.
Mine would probably be Brewers because not many people expected them to be great. I know they played Tampa and the White Sox, and that's not really saying much, but they have looked solid. And then the Marlins have played the Rockies and the White Sox. Like that's bottom of the barrel. They're at 5-1. That's pretty much every capable team, but they've looked like a solid young squad so far.
I mean,
Now,
you could also point it out though that the Cubs have played some pretty bad teams, and they're also 3-3.
yeah, 100%. That's just my take. They played the White Sox and the Rockies, who are arguably the two worst teams in baseball.
Yeah.
And who's your first guest then for MLB Pickle?
Let's go. Let's go, Matt Shaw. Big day today.
So I did have a good day today. He throws right-handed from the USA, so probably a switchy righty or a lefty righty in the AL. I'm gonna go Judge, see if we can get the division or team.
Yeah. Knock those out first.
Obviously in the AL, not the AL East. Let's go AL West. Jordan Alvarez. AL West, lefty righty.
AL West left.
Uh, we can go Neto on Angels, see if we get the team.
Yeah.
Not the Angels.
Just go like Cal Raleigh or something.
Kilbrell. Or I'll go JP Crawford. So I think he's a lefty righty.
Just trying to get the team right now.
Not JP Crawford. He is a shortstop though.
Shortstop, not Mariners.
Not Mariners,
So,
not Astros, not Angels.
so that leaves us with Oakland and
Lawrence Butler. I think he's a lefty righty. Or he's not shortstop.
no, it's what's
We
his
could
name?
get the team though, at least. Not the Athletics. So it's gotta be
Who am I missing?
yeah. Texas.
Oh yeah, duh.
Seager. Corey Seager. There you go. That's your MLB pickle player of the day, Corey Seager. Now we'll play some immaculate grid, starting off with Tigers and Astros.
Verlander.
Framber
Marie
Valdez, Justin Verlander.
Framber might be a little rarer. So
Yeah. Framber, yep. Braves and Astros. Skip that for now. Astros 300 plus home runs in their career. I know for Mets and Tigers we could go Baez.
Okay, Dallas Keuchel for Braves and Astros.
It's a good pull. It's quite cool. And then Mets and Braves. Skip that for now. Pirates and Tigers. And then Pirates and Braves.
Pirates Braves seems a little bit more obvious.
Yeah, Pirates and Tigers is tough. I'm trying to think on this one. I mean, for 300 plus home runs, we could get those knocked out. Mets 300 plus home runs. I mean, for Pirates, we could go McCutchen.
Yeah. 300 for the Mets. I mean, you could go. I was just gonna say you could go Piazza or
Piazza, and then
Astros.
Jeff Bagwell. Bagwell got it. Yep.
Is that it? Okay.
So now we need Pirates, Tigers, Pirates, Braves, and then I'll see what the most common answers are.
Yeah.
We got most of it though today. Scherzer, or no, we got Tigers, Mets. Tom Glavine for Mets and Braves. Sid Bream for Braves and Pirates, and then Kirk Gibson for Pirates and Tigers. So tough one today. Thank you guys for tuning into today's episode. Expect a show on Friday recapping that first game for the Guardians. Cubs sit at 3-3 right now, looking for a good road trip. Thank you guys for tuning in to today's episode. Signing off, Ryan Dunleavy.
Ryan Zelinsky.
See you guys next show.